Now you're watching our special edition of Arirang News on this election night in Korea. And live in the studio with me is, of course, Dr. Se-ryun, Professor of Law at Kyung Hee University. Professor Law, let me pick off where we left off. We have been getting a first peek of the early exit polling information. We saw how the three main parties reacted to those numbers. Are there key questions or factors that you're looking at as an indicator of how things will unfold tonight?
Well, I was very keenly interested in whether people will try to balance the political arena throughout the different elections. We saw that there is a collective wisdom of the people to not to give one party a carte blanche, and also give opposition, however weak that might be, they try to give or maintain some sort of balance. I think that's what we saw this evening. If the polling numbers are right, then the ruling party does not might not have the outright majority at this point, and with the opposition party working together, probably they will have a considerable say. Now, we don't know the situation about the independent party, but independent candidates, but taken together, if they splintered out from the ruling party, probably we're seeing kind of a similar picture that we saw before, the ruling party having close to majority, but the opposition party having a pretty big say in the National Assembly. So from that standpoint, the composition of the National Assembly did not change that much. But I think the more interesting thing is afterwards, what kind of internal changes will happen. The head of the ruling party stepping down, and also head of the Minju party maybe stepping down, or have some changes in the factional configuration of the opposition party. So those political drama would be more interesting to see.
Right, so more internal conflicts and more internal drama, like you put, that we're expecting from post-election. But we have been closely watching this 2016 general election, because not only because they are to elect the 300 members of the 20th National Assembly, but also because this is really a warm-up to the big one, the big presidential race, and really a barometer or a litmus test. How do you think the results of the general election this time around will impact post-election state of affairs for Korea?
I think that's a very key question. That's why I think the political drama that unfolds after this would be very important. The key question in that regard was whether Moon Jae-in will be, again, legitimate, or is it going to just go out the door until he can buy time to come back. At this point, if the Minju party did well, probably that is hanging on the balance, because he can stay on because of the win. And another big presidential candidate, Kim Moo-sung, if he steps down, whether he will look at the chance to come back at some point, because I think he did pretty well at this point, but not as well as people might have expected. So I think there is a kind of a chance for him to probably gather some supports around him in other ways.
Right, and the results will show how the public sentiment is prior to the election, the presidential election, and leading up to the big one in 2018. All right, Dr. Se-ryun, thank you so much for your insights tonight and for joining us in this live coverage tonight.
Thank you.